My name is Caspar. You may know me better as one of the three wise men, but I just want to make this clear. I wasn't there the night Jesus was born. That was the night the star appeared. And I'm more of an astrologer than a wise man. I study the stars and look for signs. In all my years, I'd seen nothing like this. Stars just don't appear. I don't want to bother you with all the details, but when Jupiter, the king planet, and Regulus, the king star, were moving together, that's when the star appeared. So it was pretty obvious that the new star had something to do with the king. We got together and started throwing out ideas and theories. When someone suggested that we look at prophecies to see if anything like this had ever been predicted, we were like children fascinated with a new toy. Finally, after hours of research, we believed we found it. It was recorded in an ancient text from the time when an Israelite named Daniel was in charge of all the wise men in Babylon. There was a promise made about Daniel's people, Israel, that one day his God would send a star to announce the arrival of a Savior king called Messiah. The prophecy said that the king would rule the world forever and ever. Now that was a pretty spectacular claim, but when we read it, we looked at each other and got excited because it was a prophecy that just might be about this new star. The more we thought, the more we had to follow that star and check out our own theory. We had to go see if we could find this king and announced by the star. Our first stop would be the palace of Herod the Great, the powerful king of the region. Certainly he would know if one called Messiah had been born. When we arrived, he seemed quite taken aback as we informed him about the star and asked if he knew where a great Savior king had been born. When Herod called in the Jewish religious leaders, they knew right away that the Messiah had to be born in Bethlehem. But they seemed to have no knowledge of the star or its importance. We could not figure out why the Jewish leaders weren't more excited to join us on this quest. Maybe they just thought we were foolish foreigners. When the star appeared in the sky, we felt as if God was revealing himself to us and the star was leading the way. We went to Bethlehem, and after asking around, we found him in a house with common and ordinary parents. The boy had been born the night the star first appeared. His parents were quite amazed by our visit and our account of the star that led us to them. But the twinkle in his mother's eye revealed that we were simply another part in the story of her son. They told us of the virgin birth, the angels, the shepherds. We knew it. Their baby boy named Jesus must be the king the star had announced. We arrived Magi, who set out to prove a theory, but we left having experienced a revelation from God. The God of Daniel must be the true God. The prophecy had come true. And we had the privilege of presenting gifts to a worthy king. We left home with a new energy and passion for life. The star led us to a boy named Jesus, the son of Joseph and Mary. We were convinced he must be this great king. We wondered what would become of him. Speculation and the banter of ideas made the journey back home fly by quickly. It was an experience that stayed with me for the rest of my life. We followed a star, we found a king, but we had no idea what his kingdom would look like. That's a story for others to tell.